such as stress, social media addiction, and the impact of the pandemic. The findings coincide with recent studies showing a rise in suicidal thoughts among young people. Addressing the crisis, experts emphasize the importance of early screening for mental health issues and increased support in schools and primary care. Dave Packer, ABC News.
If you or someone you know needs to talk, you can call 1-800-273-TALK. A Supreme Court decision today preserving the preference of Native American families when it comes to adoption and foster care proceedings, upholding the 1978 Indian Child Welfare Act. ABC's Devin Dwyer says justices rejected arguments by white families in Republican-led states that the act was race-based.
A big win for the tribes. It means that this law is upheld. It means that those preferences, those priorities and placement will go on. And it also means that tribes who were so concerned about the inability to keep these kids in their communities, in their political system as sovereign nations would be undermined.
Two justices, Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas, dissented. The Republican primary race for president adding another candidate, Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, jumping into the race and so far is the only Hispanic to enter the crowded field. ABC News political director Rick Klein on the possible impact.
The idea that a Latino Republican could be on a national ticket, either as vice president or for president, is definitely appealing to a lot of folks in Florida and beyond.
Retail sales rose slightly from April to May. Signs Americans are still spending despite lingering inflation. One area getting a boost, auto sales. You're listening to ABC News.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Simply Safe was named Best Home Security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors, indoor and outdoor HD cameras, and hazard detectors are powered by live 24/7 professional monitoring, so you get emergency help fast. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Authorities in Mexico are investigating the deaths of two Americans at a hotel Rancho Pescadero, a luxury hotel in the state of Baja California Sur. ABC's Victor Oquendo has more.
The suspected cause of death, gas inhalation. According to authorities, on Tuesday, paramedics received a report that two Americans were unconscious in their room. When they arrived, they found 22-year-old Abby Lutz from Newport Beach, California. She was on the bed, and 41-year-old John Heathcote in the shower, both deceased.
The local attorney general is overseeing the investigation. The Texas governor signing legislation banning some books from public school libraries.
The Removing Explicit and Adult Designated Educational Resources, or READER Act, is an attempt to keep inappropriate material away from kids. The problem, of course, comes in defining inappropriate, although Republican State Representative Jared Patterson says
it shouldn't even have been a discussion. It shouldn't even have been an argument.
But Shirley Robinson of the Texas Library Association says
there are going to be discrepancies in how it's administered without very clear guidelines.
And it's her group's members who will have to decide over the summer what stays and what goes. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
Some relief on the way for UPS drivers across the country. The company reaching an agreement with the Teamsters Union to install air conditioning in their delivery trucks. That deal follows reports of workers facing extreme heat conditions in those vehicles. This is ABC News.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This is ONN.
I'm Kate Burdett on the Ohio News Network.
A family from the Cleveland suburb of Brooklyn had their vacation cut short for a horrifying reason. Lindsay Buckingham with ONN affiliate WKYC-TV has their story.
Mike and Shannon Goggin were celebrating the end of school with their 3 daughters at Disney World, but a phone call would change everything.
My neighbor Nicole called my wife and she said, "I just want to let you know that the police and fire are here and your house is on fire."
The house destroyed, precious belongings gone. In the newsroom, Lindsay Buckingham.
The Federal Reserve's decision yesterday to leave interest rates alone for the first time in 11 meetings raises hopes that it may be at least nearing the end of its rate hiking campaign to cool inflation. ONN's Dave James reports.
The Fed's policymakers indicated they envision potentially 2 more rate hikes this year, and even when the increases stop, rates are likely to stay high for months to come. Consumers would still have to bear the weight of higher-cost auto loans, mortgages, credit cards, and other forms of borrowing. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says the trends that are needed to further slow inflation, from lower rents to slower-growing wages, are starting to click into place. Dave James, ONN News.
And the Columbus Air Show kicks off tomorrow. The U.S. Navy Blue Angels are taking to the skies of Columbus for the first time in over 2 decades. It's at Rickenbacker International Airport Friday through Sunday. I'm Kate Burdett on the Ohio News.
304-214-1600. Call the Watchdog with your thoughts. We'll be right back to Local Talk.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Bring that big bet energy this summer with Superbook Sports. Bo Bishop here, and Superbook Sports is the most trusted name in sports betting. And right now, use the promo code ColumbusFan to score up to $250 with their first bet bonus. Win or lose, they will match your first bet up to $250 with the promo code ColumbusFan. Simply visit Superbook.com for terms and conditions, or download the Superbook Ohio app in the App Store today. Enter the promo code ColumbusFan and you'll get $250 courtesy of Superbook Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Do you or any of your family members, neighbors, or friends own a property that you just want to be done with it? If so, call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you to take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. Call 614-470-2000. That's 614-470-2000.
Now at Menards, save big money in your next project with 11% off everything. Keep your home looking clean and beautiful with DuraClean Interior Paint and Primer from Dutch Boy with a washable and stain-resistant finish. Transforming your home has never been easier. Get a gallon of flat for just $27.97 plus 11% off at Menards. Good through June 18th. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
This episode is sponsored by our good friends at IC Cab. Whether you're in the Ohio Valley, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Columbus, Morgantown, or Charleston, you've seen the cars around. IC Cab provides a simple transportation service for all your transportation needs, be it a ride to the Pittsburgh airport, because we all know it's cheaper than parking, corporate transportation, courier services, or just a ride home from the local bar. IC Cab is your way to roll. To book your next ride, call 304-232-1313 or schedule a future ride at iccab.com/contact. Then all you got to do is fill out some info and boom, you got a ride coming your way. Oh, all right, that's me. Give them a call. Tell them the Pine Room sent you. All right, hello everyone, and welcome into the Pine Room Podcast here on the Watchdog Radio Network. That was a little ad there for our partners IC Cab. Like you heard some details in there about how you can get a hold of them. Give them a call. Get a ride from anywhere you need to go, anywhere you need to be, and you can get hooked up with IC Cab. We really like the people at IC Cab. They are fantastic, and we are glad to have them aboard as a sponsor and as a partner of the Pine Room Podcast. Anyway, into the show today. It's myself, Coach, and Jarrett in the WVLY studio. We're still getting the WKKX Watchdog studio, the Robinson Auto Group studio, figured and sorted out. It looks pretty neat in there right now, and we're getting some pretty cool equipment in that studio. I'm looking at it right now over my monitor right now. It looks really neat, and hopefully we get in there soon. Temperature 68 degrees right now. Didn't hear anything from Darnell before we came on. Clear skies. No wind out there today, so things are looking all right. Hopefully, I would like to see some rain here soon, but we got our fill for probably another 2 months, so we won't see that.
There's rain moving in later
good.
today and tomorrow.
Good.
But nothing major.
All right. Well, we are the Pine Room Podcast here on the Watchdog Radio Network. We appreciate you joining us here. We got a loaded show for you. Matt will be joining us here shortly, but we are going to be talking to Ireland Waite. We got her calling in at 12:15.
Kennedy
Waite. That's her sister, Ireland Waite.
And
wow.
Heather's her mother.
I messed that one up. We butchered that.
You too. My goodness.
Let's start that over again.
Let's start that over. Here we go. We're going to be talking at 12:15 to Kennedy Waite. Sorry, Ireland Waite just followed us on Instagram like 15 minutes ago, so that's why I had that on the mind. But we are going to be talking to Kennedy Waite. She is going to be calling in at 12:15. She is quite the superstar and has a lot of accolades that we are going to be talking about when she calls in. I'm not going to spoil much because we want to get into that and talk when she calls in at 12:15. Again, I can't screen callers here, but I know that she's calling in at 12:15, so that's kind of a given. But we are going to be talking to her and talking about all her accolades and what she's been up to. She's a fantastic athlete and a fantastic person, as I have known her vaguely. And then we're going to be talking at 2:45 to Toddy Goodwin. And we're going to be talking about his venture.
Yeah, his what he does and the program that he runs and the 3-on-3 basketball tournament that's coming up at the Highlands Center on July 1st. We'll get into a little bit more of that. And C.J. Goodwin is the person that runs the 3-on-3 basketball tournament. We'll let Toddy talk in detail about that and his group that helps out so many young kids around the area. So we'll get into that with Toddy, who is living now, I believe, in
Arizona.
I think he's in Arizona. Yeah, Wheeling Park graduate or Lindsley graduate?
Park graduate.
Did he go to
I think he went to Lindsley first couple years, maybe.
For a minute.
I had Mr. Witzberg. I had chemistry with Toddy back in high school.
Toddy's a great kid, man.
Great guy.
Respectful, great kid.
We're going to be talking to him, and like I said, correctly this time, 12:15 here in a couple minutes. We're going to be talking to Kennedy Waite here shortly. So other than that, we are going to be talking all our usual stuff today in history. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, a couple dates on there. We got birthdays, all kinds of stuff, and news stories. Crazy stuff going on in the news. We got a murder through Instagram. Father fakes his own death. Man charged after shooting himself during dream. And then we got a bunch of other stuff. Alligator attacks a drone. World's tallest poison ivy plant. Smile lessons. All kinds of things coming up here later in the PRP. But
smile lessons?
Smile lessons needed.
You guys
some people need that.
Have you guys seen the movie Smile?
Yes.
Haven't seen that.
You won't want to smile. You won't want someone smiling at you if you watch that movie. It's disturbing.
Yeah, go ahead and watch that movie and tell us how you think. Send us an email, contact thepineroomspodcast.com. If you're interested in what we do, follow us at the Pine Room Studios now. We got episode 62 of the Pine Room Podcast out and about. You can listen to that. We talk some crazy stuff. Myself, Jarrett, Jeff, Matt, and who else was on the show? Cooley was on there yesterday. Yeah, we talked about a bunch of different stuff. Talked about fights in public. Talked about... what else do we talk about? All kinds of things.
You were talking about how you making baboon noises. In a fight.
In a panic, I scream. But all kinds of stuff. Sometimes by the end of our show.
Yeah, Tuesdays are like a blur.
Yeah.
Because we do the radio show, then the podcast after, so... It's a lot of talking in a day.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on Tuesday. So hopefully you can get tuned into that, listen to it, watch it. It'll be on YouTube later this evening. YouTube takes always a little bit longer to come out during the day, but we're going to be having that out. Episode 62. It's quite a big dip into since episode 1. Already over a year of stuff, and there's over 100 and and some videos you can listen and watch on YouTube and wherever you find your podcast. We do a lot of good stuff. Go listen to it. Enjoy yourself. The Pine Room Burger, Generations. Go get yourself some. Go get yourself a bite to eat. It's a great burger. Texas toast, smashed tater tots, boom boom sauce, pepper jack cheese. Oh, it's just a beautiful burger. I'd rate it
Queso.
up there. Queso, yeah. How could I forget?
On Texas toast.
And then to wash it down, as long as you're 21. Pine Room Lager. It's an incredible drink, incredible beverage.
I think probably tomorrow we may have some. I think if we're going to get together, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
What's tomorrow?
Friday. I don't know if we were going to have a meeting tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't know anything about it. But
no,
anyway.
I didn't know.
Anyway, a lot more stores and a lot more like restaurants and bars are getting it in on tap and on tap and in cans. So go out and get a Pine Room Lager and enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, I think probably the vet's gonna have it now. Then the vet probably the
Cheese
next
Melt. Cheese Melt.
Yeah,
got
Cheese
it
Melt
now.
got it. The vets in Warwood got it. Not like the vet.
No,
like
not
for
an
animals.
Not an animal.
Not
So
like the vet.
Warwood Veterans Club. Anyway.
Yeah,
and we'll talk a little bit more about the beer. But right now, it is quite an honor as we're joined on the line by definitely the most decorated NCAA Division III female track and field performer in the nation, Kennedy Waite of the University of Mount Union Purple Raiders. Kennedy, thank you for joining us and welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes, it's an honor to have you. I would go down all your accomplishments, but we only have a certain amount of time here, and I've done some reading on what you've done. It's just incredible, the accomplishments that you have achieved at Mount Union. We want to, first of all, congratulate you, all our listeners out there. I'm sure people are listening, excited to hear from you, and maybe get some questions. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about, you just wrapped up your season, correct?
Yep, a couple weeks ago, outdoor just finished up.
Outdoor just finished up. So you were, let's see if I got all this right. You were named the Division III National Women's Outdoor Track Athlete of the Year. Is that correct?
Yep.
And now I know you're humble, and I know you don't want to brag about yourself, but I think everybody needs to know just what an incredible track athlete you were. So talk a little bit about some of your other accomplishments that from this past season.
Yeah, so this year I was a 3-time national champion, and total now I'm a 15-time All-American. I think 8 were from this year, so that was pretty cool. But honestly, just running, I have to give it all to my mom. She's the reason that I'm the athlete I am today and why I love running so much. So.
What about your sister?
Yeah, her too. I mean, growing up with a training partner, it was really cool, and just to have her throughout my whole life running with, that was really cool. I wish she ran in college, but she didn't love it as much.
Now, is that your younger sister or older sister?
Twin sister.
Oh, that's your twin. So, well, it's still younger or older. Like yours, Jarrett and Jubb, who are on this radio with us now, they're twins also. So you guys have a little bit in common. They're sitting with me as we speak. So.
Yeah, are you the older or the younger?
Younger by a minute.
Hey, me too.
Wow.
How about that?
Identical?
Yeah, identical.
Oh, cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your mother, Heather, the former Heather O'Shea. You tied her. Did you tie her record with most wins at the national championship? Is that what happened?
I had 2 at the meet, which no one else has had, but she has 3 total, and I have 3 total, so we're tied overall.
Was she? What word do I want to use? Happy.
You can't say jealous.
Yeah, I don't know what, because a mother always wants her child to do well, but to hold that record for so long and then her daughter at least tie it. Was she? I'm sure she was ecstatic though for you.
Oh, yeah, she's so happy. Like, having her there and my sister there right after my races was, like, the best thing ever. I could just hug them right after. So it was just really cool to have them there.
Yeah, Kennedy, I wanted to ask you, because I always like kind of hearing this from people. Why did you end up choosing Mount Union? Was there, kind of a big reason, or would just kind of seem fit for you?
Yeah, well, honestly, I wasn't even planning on running. So, track really wasn't a big part of my decision going to school. I just wanted a small school, starting at Wheeling Central, graduating with 50-some kids. Like, I wanted a smaller feel. And I also wanted a place that was still driving distance from home on the weekends. So that was, a big part of my decision.
Definitely.
Yeah, and so if you had to do it over, would you choose, obviously, choose Mount Union again?
Oh, yeah. I think the D3 community is so awesome. Especially now I'm, in contact with a lot of the other runners and people. It's really cool to just talk with the people and make connections through that.
So let's talk about your during the season over the past 4 years. You must have had an incredible training program. Tell us a little bit about your off-season training and then training during the year, like your daily routine, your diet. Was there anything special, or was it just eat whatever you want and have your workout?
Yeah, well, definitely the last 2 years I've been taking it more seriously. So, I already started training now for next year. I've already started my lifting program. But really just the summers, bulk lifting, getting into fall, we're starting to do, triphasic lifting. And we really start to, hammer down the reps and do longer distance things. And then once we get in season, we lighten up and start to, peak out. But, diet and stuff, I mean, I'm not as strict as some of the other athletes might be. I like to eat whatever I want, but I do watch around meats and try not to overdo it on the sweets or something.
I wish I was the same way. I want to circle back, Kennedy, to you. Obviously, you said you're a twin, and I'm a twin as well. So growing up, like you said, was it kind of a did you and your sister compete against each other? Was it kind of like you guys drive each other to be better, or is that kind of now she's kind of your motivation? So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I mean, we're obviously competitive. I think even my family was very competitive. So it was always a healthy competitive, running with each other at meets. So it was oh, who's gonna win with this race or whatever. It was all fun, but we definitely are competitive. But it was nice when we were running. She did longer distance races, and I sort of moved into the sprints. So would run 10 different events from the two of us. So it was really cool to just have her there to train with too.
Let's swing over academically. You're a biology major now. Where you're a senior, so are you getting your undergraduate degree? Did you get your diploma in undergraduate?
Yeah, I graduated before nationals, and I actually already started PA school a couple weeks ago before nationals.
Yeah,
so.
One of our Soup texted in and he's Soup, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, he texted in and he said you're going to PA school and trying to train and compete must have been really challenging, just the time and the hours.
Oh yeah, well, I'm in class all day, and I'm in week 5 right now, so I started 2 weeks before nationals even happened. So having to practice and then plan a 3-day trip to go to Rochester and run while classes was going on, it was definitely really difficult. And I got points taken off for each class I missed.
Oh man.
Well, I'm not sure which one you enjoy more, school or running, but when it comes to running, is it something you've always enjoyed doing, or is it was something that you've kind of molded yourself into? Because as a baseball player, I remember getting drugged to practice, and I hated it, and then eventually after some time, I started to find a love for it. Have you always had a love for the sport?
Yeah, I mean, I feel I don't really know what it's like to not have the sport. My mom had us running right when we could walk, so I really don't know what it's like without track. It's definitely a love-hate relationship sometimes, especially growing up. But now that I'm at this level, it's just fun. It's honestly just fun to be here, because when you're in the collegiate level, it's you're choosing to do it, and you have to really love the sport to be doing it now.
So I got a question for a guy that is not blessed in the speed category of life. What are some tips or some advice for anybody that you might give for anybody that might want to increase their speed?
Well, first you just have to devote the time. That was the biggest thing for me. Like, I didn't want to put in the work all year. But if you want to work with speed, there's a bunch of, like, quick drills you can do, like falling starts or different, like, speed drills, like, you know, like running against the wall or something just to get that quick turnover movement. And it's really just practicing that over and over, and that'll help with your speed. But
Okay, well, I don't think it's going to help any of these guys.
Yeah, I think we're out of luck here.
Any of that training. But I want to talk a little bit about academics, go back there a little bit. You obviously achieved a lot on the track, a ton of awards, but you were the Elite 90 winner, too. Is that one of your most proud accomplishments to be the Elite 90 winner, which is the top GPA for student athletes competing in a national championship?
Oh, yeah, that one meant a lot. I just wasn't even expecting it. I mean, I feel like I always am so, like, in the track and everything. It's like I also forget, like, I do put a lot of time into school, and it was really nice to get recognized for that, too.
Yes, that's forgotten a lot in our world today, and congratulations on that. So, and Jarrett wants to ask you a question before we leave, but I got one more question. Now that you're done, obviously at Mount Union competing, what's forward as far as running? I know what you're going to be studying to be a PA, but how about running? Is it just going to be casual now and just go out and enjoy it?
Well, actually, because of COVID, I actually have a year and a half left of eligibility.
Oh, wow.
So since I'm here anyways for school, I definitely think I'm going to use it in PA school and try and do both again next year.
Wow,
maybe the year after.
on some more awards.
Yes, definitely use it.
Yeah.
Kennedy, we'll go a little lighter here. Soup texted us and wanted us to ask you. He says, if Coach Young had a 200-meter head start in a 400-meter race, do you think he could beat you?
I don't know. 400 is one of my best races. I think it would be close.
Go ahead and say it.
I think I might get him.
All right, before we let you go here, I got some rapid-fire questions for you just to lighten things up here. We're just going to start off. Are you a winter or summer girl?
Summer.
Summer. Well, I guess that checks out. All right. If you could go to any vacation in the world, where would you go?
Europe. Somewhere in Europe. That would be really cool.
Who is your hero?
Oh, my mom.
Favorite food?
Pasta.
What is your favorite show you are watching right now?
Right now I'm watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, all right.
Lord.
That's good.
Jeez.
All right. What is the favorite show you've ever watched?
I don't know. I really liked Peaky Blinders. That one was good.
Ooh,
all right.
Matt
You
Watson,
got,
love to hear that.
I'm sure you got to keep healthy on, running as much as you do. Favorite snack food?
I really like gummy worms.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All
Do you
right.
eat those before you run?
No, definitely not.
All right. And then finally, if you were to give any words of advice to any young athletes aspiring to do what you've done in your career, drop some advice on some young athletes.
I think, like, it doesn't matter where you're from or, it's like times you can always improve with hard work. And really, if you set your mind to something, you can do it. Like, I never thought I'd be the times I'm running, I never thought would be possible 4 years ago in high school. So if you really devote yourself and put the work in, I think you can really do anything.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate you joining us here on the Watchdog. We wish you all the best of luck this upcoming year. Good luck with your career and whatever follows, and hopefully we'll catch up with you in the future when you win some more awards.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was nice talking to you guys.
All right, Kennedy.
Thank you
so much.
All right, well, that was Kennedy Waite. It seems very, very humble and well deserving of the accolades that she's achieved. I've seen her around. I've never actually spoken to her in person, but she's we're happy to invite her into the Pine Room family now, and she's definitely one of
our picture might go up on the
I
wall.
think it's going to have to.
I think she's earned it.
I think she has
now,
on the wall of fame.
We're talking going up with Michael Grove,
Alex Highsmith,
Haywood Highsmith, Mike Florio.
She's definitely. I say it all the time. I say it all the time on here, but we are very blessed to be joined by some very impressive guests.
And we were remiss to say she's a Wheeling Central Maroon Knight.
Yes,
we forgot to mention that.
I think our next video might have to be us out on the track with her.
Hey, put Soup at 200 yards.
Yes.
Well, no, you could suit me and Nick up, and she'll teach us how to sprint. Yeah.
Or you guys could start at like the 50-yard line.
She wears shoes when she runs.
Well, I don't.
I would hope so.
I don't. So
but anyway, that was Kennedy Waite, University of Mount Union. I didn't know that. I thought it was still Mount Union College, but they've since changed the University of Mount Union to the Purple Raiders out of the Ohio Athletic Conference, Division III, and she has so many awards that it's just
you can't even read
9
them all.
School records, 8 All-American honors, 3 individual titles, NCAA championships, Elite 90 winner. Go on and on. All-time leader in All-Americans for women's track and field. Just an incredible athlete and a great person.
Yeah,
down the line,
really,
her
really
son
nice.
or daughter is going to have a hard time matching all that, definitely. But we appreciate her calling in. And
I wonder if her mother can still run against her.
I know she can beat me in a race, but
well, that's not.
I guess that's not saying much.
All
right, we got to take it.
I want you and Howard Monroe to run a race sometime.
I think Howard. Take Howard.
That could be the race of the year.
All right, we got to take a break here on the Watchdog, the Pine Room Podcast. We appreciate you joining us here on this lovely Thursday afternoon. Thank you to Kennedy Waite for calling us. We wish her all the best of luck, and if you're joining us, stick with us here after the break. Matt will be joining us, and we're going to get into our regular stuff before we talk to Toddy Goodwin, the 2:35 hour. So stick with us. We'll be right back here on the Watchdog.
West Virginia Metro News. I'm Chris Lawrence. The U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of West Virginia, Bill Ehlenfeld, says his office has taken the lead on the investigation into the spending of federal money by the Upshur County school system. Ehlenfeld telling Metro News this morning, quote, "We are the lead on the investigation, and we have investigators who are going to review the situation." Now, the State Department of Education review team cited several non-compliances with the spending that caused the State Board of Education on Wednesday to immediately seize control of Upshur County schools. State Board President Paul Hardesty said it looked criminal to him.
There is documented facts on the federal programs review that rise to potential criminal actions.
And State School Superintendent David Roach has informed the State Board he plans to retire. A man is dead after barricading himself in his home in Wirt County, where authorities say he had a lot of guns and explosives. Authorities responded to the area near Palestine Wednesday and were preparing to take out 40-year-old Michael Lockhart and pull him into custody when a fire broke out in the home. Deputy State Fire Marshal Jason Baltic said it's unclear if Lockhart started it.
We do not know at this point. The only thing that we have is information that there from a witness there was an explosion and then fire.
It is believed Lockhart perished in the blaze. Police in Jackson County have charged a Wood County woman with a hit and run that critically injured a teenager. Desiree Dawn Coyer of Vienna is charged. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. Remember all that snow we didn't have last winter? 4 West Virginia cities ranked in the bottom 3 of all time for least amount of snow. Meteorologist Simone Lewis said Beckley had an all-time record low.
Beckley had only 11.5 inches of snowfall observed last winter, and that was the least snowiest on record.
Charleston had 3 inches, Elkins 15.2, and Huntington 2.6, all in the bottom 3. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Long.
Bring that big bet energy this summer with Superbook Sports. Bo Bishop here, and Superbook Sports is the most trusted name in sports betting. And right now, use the promo code ColumbusFan to score up to $250 with their first bet bonus. Win or lose, they will match your first bet up to $250 with the promo code ColumbusFan. Simply visit Superbook.com for terms and conditions or download the Superbook Ohio app in the App Store today. Enter the promo code ColumbusFan and you'll get $250 courtesy of Superbook Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Do you or any of your family members, neighbors, or friends own a property that you just want to be done with it? If so, call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you to take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. Call 614-470-2000. That's 614-470-2000.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there is one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. Being in business for over 50 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
I'm not buying till I check Doan Ford.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
How much could a cyber attack cost your business? The costs stemming from a cyber attack can vary tremendously, but are extremely significant. Recent studies have shown that the average cost of a data breach to small business can range from $120,000 to $1.2 million. In addition to financial loss, companies also suffer downtime, lost opportunities, and data recovery expenses that can all quickly add up. Could your organization survive a cyber incident? If you are unsure if you are doing enough to protect your data, reputation, and dollars from cyber criminals, contact the team at Omni Strategic Technologies today. Omni has the right tools and support to help keep your business protected. Call 304-242-7600 and schedule your free consultation today, or visit omniperforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only cybersecurity and advisory firm that the Watchdog trusts.
Frio Stack & Associates auctioneers, realtors, certified appraisers specializing in antiques, business liquidations, multi-parcel land auctions. Frio Stack & Associates is a regional business offering the executor, attorney, agent, and other individuals the most comprehensive and technologically advanced auction and appraisal services available. For information on our service, call our office at 304-233-3168 or email frioauc@aol.com. Frio Stack & Associates sells the earth and everything on it.
Are you concerned about losing your home or automobile if you file for bankruptcy protection? Find out if you would lose any property by calling Tom McIntyre at 304-232-8600 or have a free chat conference with his office online at mcintyrelaw.com. Tom has helped thousands of people in our area. He can answer these questions for you. Call 304-232-8600 or check him out online and have a free chat conference.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there is one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. Being in business for over 50 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
I'm not buying till I check Doan Ford.
This episode is sponsored by our good friends at IC Cab. Whether you're in the Ohio Valley, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Columbus, Morgantown, or Charleston, you've seen the cars around. IC Cab provides a simple transportation service for all your transportation needs, be it a ride to the Pittsburgh airport, because we all know it's cheaper than parking, corporate transportation, courier services, or just a ride home from the local bar. IC Cab is your way to roll. To book your next ride, call 304-232-1313 or schedule a future ride at iccab.com/contact. Then all you got to do is fill out some info and boom, you got a ride coming your way. Oh, all right, that's me. Give them a call. Tell them the Pine Room sent you. Welcome back into the Pine Room Podcast here on the Watchdog Radio Network. Like Indy himself, Matt joins us.
Hello,
from
guys.
the treacherous landscape that has surrounded us.
We got a lane closed coming back this way. It's a mess out there.
Yeah, it's creeping up towards your way, towards your neck of the woods.
It's disastrous.
Yeah, but
what was it? What is it?
There's a lane closed coming back across the island, and there's you got to swerving for the potholes, and I don't even know what they're doing.
I was just going to say, I think they just want to mess with us. They said, "Hey, let's close that lane. Let's close another lane.
We might as well.
They've been going on 2 lanes long enough. Let's mess with them again." Which they probably spin a wheel in the office and say, "What? Like there's 12 lanes." Whatever lane it lands on.
It lands on ours a lot.
They got a map on the, and they throw a dart in whatever street it lands
on. All right,
they
Jim,
close it down.
Jim, your turn to throw the dart today.
They're playing a
and they
TNT
send them.
stick.
I never see anybody
rip
work
it up.
They send a machine or a message out to the street guys. All right, guys. 12th and Market, close it down. Why?
Shut it down.
I don't know.
Grab the TNT stick and let's blow a hole in it.
Yeah,
just close it down.
Well, we're surviving, and like I always say, one day it's going to be nice, and
I don't
and
know.
it will.
One day
will
we
be
might
nice.
not all be alive for it.
Yeah. Our future generations will be driving on smooth roads.
We'll be flying.
Yeah, Matt, welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know if you caught any of that interview with Kennedy.
Yes, Kennedy's a nice girl. Like I was telling you guys, I met them when they were really young at West Liberty Basketball Camp. Just very, very nice people. So, yeah, well done to her. Good job by you guys. She's done a lot with her life already, and I'm sure there's a lot more good to come.
Yeah,
So
very much so.
exciting stuff for her, and she got another year or two maybe.
It's amazing.
Sounds like it's COVID year. When are we running out of that stuff? I mean, good for her. I guess if she's going to be doing grad school, she should do, continue on running. But
I used mine.
Hey, I was
5 more years. Yeah, I think I still have a COVID year left.
Talking about sports, and I know I'll bring it up and then we'll go to something else. But Jared's just glowing today. He is so excited. He honestly, I think I just saw him order a jersey online. Your boy.
Well, unfortunately, the Pirates lost again last night to the Cubs, but
I don't think that matters.
It was
much.
overshadowed because Austin Head just hit a home run last night.
man,
He hit a home run and he bat flipped.
it's getting to the point where the Pirates, we're not even going to talk about them here soon because that division's so bad, though, they'll probably hang in.
Roansy Contreras is just so bad. I mean, he is horrendous.
Listen, don't count the winning that division of the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, yeah. I'd say right now the bets are the Reds.
Well, I
and the
mean,
Cubs.
they're the buzz in the Central is around them right now.
They're playing with some fire, some intensity. They're having fun. They got young kids that believe in winning now.
Well, yeah, it's that's why I get so mad because my friends were talking about the Reds the other day and Ellie De La Cruz and every single thing he does, MLB posts about it. And
they did that for your boy when he came up.
Yeah,
too.
Cruz. It just oh my goodness, it drives me nuts because there's so much excitement in Cincinnati and. Pittsburgh right now is just not. Amazingly, though, the Pirates are actually still a game up in first place.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a one bid division for the playoffs. I mean, those teams are so bad. I'll tell you that it could be worse. The St. Louis Cardinals are a little league team.
Oh, it's horrible.
Their defense is pathetic. Their pitching is pathetic. Yesterday against the Giants,
Giants,
they blew
one
one
pitch away.
strike away from getting out and winning the game, and they give up a 2-run bomb, and then they get slaughtered in extra innings. The Cardinals are terrible.
27-42 right now.
And
8.5
Milwaukee's
games
terrible.
back.
I honestly, I would say if you're betting, take a shot with the Reds or the Cubs, because they're right now the teams that are playing most like they got something to prove this year.
I really don't think the Cubs aren't that bad.
No, they're not. Once
Cubs
their pitching
yeah.
stabilizes, they'll be all right.
Yeah, the Cubs aren't bad. The Mets ended up walking off the Yankees last night.
Garrett Cole. That's all you can say. Garrett Cole. He's a loser. He's a loser.
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy's a loser. Garrett Cole's a loser. LeBron James is a
Well,
loser.
I hope Rory loses this week because I got Scheffler against him.
Rory's
Perry Galloway. He used to run a lot of youth mentorships and social justice reforms back in the day. So we just wanted to take that initiative. We did it as soon as my brother got into the league. We thought, this is a great way to get back to the community. So, we offer a lot of scholarships, mentorships to the youth, education programs, and just trying to get some exposure to all the youth back home. And then we're also, this is our 6th year going into our free sports and speed camp. So this is July 1st. We're doing it July 1st this year. Like I said, 6th year. My brother brings a lot of his NFL teammates down. We have football camp, basketball camp, and a cheering camp. So I try to get some professional basketball players as well. So, just letting the youth see all that, seeing the stuff that they don't get to see every single day in the Valley. So, we just try to do a great job at that.
Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. And your brother, of course, C.J. Goodwin of the Dallas Cowboys, it's just fantastic stuff. Been cheering for him. We've been happy to see all his accomplishments as he's continued his NFL career. And you guys are giving back to the community and stuff, and we think that's super cool. Where did you guys, obviously you didn't always do this at the Highland Center. Is this the first or second year you've done it up there, and where did you guys do it prior?
We would definitely appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. And we started at 16th Street in East Wheeling. Okay. We did that the first 2 years. So, I remember those days. Wow, it seems like so long ago.
Right.
But we did it in the middle of June, 16th Street. First year was, 2018, 2019, or 2017, 2018? It was so hot both of those years.
Yeah.
But then we moved to the Highlands 2020. So
okay.
Yeah, this will be the 4th year of the Highlands.
Oh, nice.
And then so started the first 4 years we did it with just the youth camp, and like I said, we had a lot of NFL guys come, and just basically put the kids through a lot of drills and just try to have fun in competitions and all that. And then myself, cousin Bubby Goodwin, try to get Coach A from Bel Air
nice.
Run the basketball part. He's the godfather of all the camps.
Right.
And, so we like to do that. And then last year was actually our first year. I decided to do a 3-on-3 adult tournament. So we like to do winner gets half of that, and the other half goes to our foundation. So, whatever we get from that, we just put it straight into the foundation and just try to go on from there and just do whatever we can to help the youth.
That's really cool stuff. I see it was $50 a guy to get into the 3-on-3 tournament.
Yes, sir. Yeah, last year it was $20 a head. I think we had about 16 teams, so it was a pretty nice profit for the guys that won. Speaking of those guys, they will be back. So
nice.
I definitely want to mention that just in case anybody's looking to dethrone the champs.
The defending champions are returning, so somebody's got to come and dethrone them. So that's pretty cool stuff. So all the stuff happens on the same day. You got the sports camp early in the day. What's that, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and then you guys get started with the 3-on-3 tournament afterwards?
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, the kids will probably be there. Every single year we do it. We start at 10, but all the kids, they probably get there 8:30, 9 o'clock, lines out the door. So we like to give them a lot of free things as well. So we give them, everybody gets a T-shirt, a bag full of goodies.
Nice.
I think last couple of years we had Chick-fil-A catering the lunch for them.
Great.
And so they do the camp 10 to 12, and after 12, I think we all take a group picture, and then everybody just gets to run around and start taking pictures and getting autographs. My brother does a good job of getting 5 to 10 NFL guys, depending on Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers, Atlanta Falcons, just whatever we can. So, yeah, he does a great job of that. And then after we take all the pictures and autographs, 12:30 hits, and it's tip-off. So, that's a pretty good show. I do my best. I try to get a lot of pros. I know we're from a small area, but there are a lot of pro basketball players out there. One of them, shout out to Chase Harler. I know he was on here not too long ago. So,
yes,
yeah, C-Har comes to the camp. He was ecstatic to make sure he was going to get a part of it again this year. So,
yeah, you guys have a lot of good resources to tap here around the Ohio Valley and people that have connections. So that's great stuff.
For sure. You would never think. we're 20,000 people in Wheeling,
right?
And just there's a lot of professional athletes out there and connections, like you said.
Hey, Toddy, Coach Dell here. Hey, first of all, where are you calling from? Where you living now?
I'm in Phoenix, Coach. I'm in Phoenix. I've been in Phoenix. Yesterday was my 2-year anniversary out here.
We miss your smiling face here in Wheeling, I'll tell you that. You're always...
I miss you too, Coach. So whenever I can, not in the winter time, I'll stay away from it.
Smart man, Toddy.
Yeah, I think you moved out since they started this streetscape project, so you can drive on some roads that don't have potholes. Anyway, I want to talk a little more about your foundation. Besides, and for the people listening out here, once again, we're talking to Toddy Goodwin. He's what exactly is your title with the Pega Foundation?
I am a program manager.
Okay, so you're the program manager. So
I'm a pro.
Let's talk a little bit more about the foundation. Besides the events that'll be going on July 1st, what else around the clock, around the year, are there other things that you do, to raise money for the foundation to give back to the, to the young folks back here or wherever you give it to? Are there any other things that you do?
I mean, this is the biggest piece for raising the funds, of course. And then, I mean, we have our website, pegafoundation.org, so people can go in there and donate. But, I mean, outside of that, we really just that's when the mentorship kicks in. So, I mean, around-the-clock mentorship, like you said, I mean, I try my best to mentor from a distance out here in Phoenix, So, I mean, just being able to get on the phone, get on calls. And then, I mean, our family does a good job of being able to take kids. We try to get them to explore, like take them on college visits. And, I mean, one of my favorite things that we just started or we're in the process of, we have a new state-of-the-art gaming and coding center. So we know that's the future. Yeah, we're trying to get the esports team going, and then the coding. I mean, everywhere you look up, anything tech is in. So we're trying to do our best to get the technology skills up. So coding gaming center, that's on the way.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Toddy, it's Jared here. How you doing, man?
There he is. What's going on?
Hey, holding it down. I wanted to ask you, and I've known you for a little while, and your brothers. How cool has it been to be able to kind of do this all with them and do something that you guys love?
I mean, it's really amazing. It's a blessing, to be honest. I mean, just being in this situation, like I said, he's been in the league 10 years. It's crazy to think it's 10 years now, and we've been doing this since 2016. So, I mean, my favorite time to come home, like if I don't come home at all during the year, if I just come once, it's going to be for this camp. I mean, it's just such a great joy coming home. We probably get 200 to 300. I think there's already 400 kids that signed up for this year. So,
wow,
I mean, just
awesome.
being able to just being able to go home, and I mean, I always love coming home anyway, but just being able to go home, see all these kids, and like see their eyes light up when they see all the professional athletes there. And then, I mean, on top of that, it's just a fun camp. Like they're doing drills. I mean, just doing drills, getting free things. That's my favorite part about it. Everything is free. Like there's no sign up or any. I mean, you sign up, but there's no payment. I know a lot of camps out there you got to pay to participate and all that, but ours is 100% free. And I mean, just being able to see all the kids and maybe couldn't afford to go to the camps that they would have to pay for, and just seeing that just across. I mean, and then being able to see how big it's gotten. Like we started out, like I said, on 16th Street, it was probably 100 kids, and now I mean we're 4 times that just 5 years later. So, I mean, that's a blessing.
It's great growth.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's Job. It's been a long time since our chemistry class with Mr. Witzberger, but
Mr. Witz.
Yeah. Toddy, is this something you've always been interested in doing? I'm not sure what you went into in your time after I met you, but back when I first met you, is this something that you started to want to do, or did this kind of just evolve over time?
I mean, it's always been something that we've wanted to do as a whole, and we've always been connected with the youth and just seeing. We know that the youth are the future leaders. So like I said, I've always been done something with kids, whether it be working summer camps or working after school programs. But, I mean, just to see it grow to this magnitude, I mean, it's so hard to think of. Like I said, 400 plus kids that are waiting in line to go out and participate in our camp. I mean, it's just unreal. So, like I said, our whole family loves doing it. It just brings so much joy to every single person back home. So, I mean, I just can't wait to see how it keeps growing and growing.
That's awesome. Toddy, real quick, who can the kids expect to see this year? Is you got any professional athletes coming in that they can look forward to seeing this year?
So, I mean, I know we usually get the same guys. My brother, of course, Sherrod Niesman, his best friend, he played with my brother on the Super Bowl team in Atlanta. I think he was actually just won a ring with the Rams 2 years ago.
Okay.
So he'll most likely be there. I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but I mean, the last couple of years, Jordan Lewis for the Cowboys, he's been coming to the camps. Chris Westry, he was with the Ravens. He'll most likely be back. And then as far as, I mean, I don't know who else he has. He always brings a plethora of guys.
Just having your brother here is treat enough for the people around here. So that's awesome that he's going to be there.
Right.
And then having you come back, that's like big time. I mean, there'll be people lined up out the door for your autograph, including me.
Listen, I didn't want to break the news to him.
What are you charging for that these days, Toddy? Be able to make it increase the price for Coach Dell.
A cold one down at Generations.
Coach Dell gets the discount. He gets a family discount.
Okay. Hey, Toddy, before we let you go here, you want to tell us about some of your sponsors? You guys look like you got some great sponsors involved. And if anybody wants to be a sponsor, how can they go about doing that with you guys?
Well, if anybody wants to be a sponsor, they can go on our website, pegafoundation.org, and they'll be able to contact. I want to say my sister is the main point of contact. Sponsor-wise, let me see. Oh, that caught me off guard.
No, that's all right. I did see on your website you guys had some pretty impressive things. I mean, it looked like the Dallas Cowboys were involved. I mean, that's big enough as it is right there.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest sponsor is the NFL, of course. Right. They sponsor a lot. And then we got the Walmarts, we got the Sam's Clubs, Chick-fil-A's. Then some local sponsors. I know in the past I think we had Gold Court and Torak.
Okay.
We try to keep it local as well. And then I try to do my best with my company, Republic Services. So we try to get something in there as well.
That's awesome.
I mean, I love seeing all the support that we get back home. So if I missed anybody, I know I did. I apologize, but you're definitely going to be on the website and. All the love will be there.
Okay, so we'll make sure and tell the folks, check out pegafoundation.org to enjoy the incredible offerings that you guys have set for July the 1st. That's a Saturday up at the Highlands Sports Complex. Toddy, thank you so much for joining us here on the Pine Rim Podcast on the Watchdog. Best of luck to you and your brother and everybody involved with these great events that you're going to put on here for the local people of the Ohio Valley.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Appreciate it, Toddy.
See you, Toddy.
See you in July.
Yeah,
all right.
See you.
All right, buddy.
Okay, that was Toddy Goodwin, the PEGA program manager. Pretty cool stuff there. They got a great thing going. Man, that's 400 kids signed up already. Awesome stuff.
That's crazy.
So, all right.
Good for them.
That does it for us here on the PRP on the Watchdog. Another week in the books. It was our 70th show today, if you guys can believe that.
Isn't that amazing?
Hard to imagine. So we'll be back here Monday for our hour long, and then back Tuesday and Thursday as usual. Have a great weekend. Watch the U.S. Open. Win some money. Go Bucks.
Yeah, go
Anything
Bucks.
else? Any parting thoughts?
All right. Go Vols. Go
Drink
Bucks.
a couple Pine Room lager.
Yeah,
go
get out
to
there.
Pine Room burger.
All right. Enjoy, everybody. Call IC Cab if you're too drunk this weekend.
Later.
See you Monday.
And I can't find my heart. Where did it go? Did I leave it in the cold? So please give it back, 'cause it's not yours to take.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600, WKKX Wheeling.
I'm Michelle Franzen. The Supreme Court issued a decision today rejecting challenges to a decades-old law and preserving Native American family preferences in adoption and foster care proceedings.
President Biden, in a statement, is celebrating the Supreme Court's 7-2 decision to leave in place the 1978 Indian Child Welfare Act, calling it a, quote, vital law that he was proud to support. With this ruling, the court upholds priority for Native American families in the adoption of Native children. The president said the ruling, quote, keeps in place a vital protection for tribal sovereignty and Native children. Leaders of the nation's largest Native tribes hailed the decision as a major victory. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott sending another